everybody. Welcome back to Neptune Straight Talk. We are live Wednesday. What's today's day, John? February what?
February 15th.
February 15th.
The day after Valentine's.
And I am your host, Dave Sweat.
I'm your co-host, John Barbario. Welcome to another edition of Neptune Straight Talk, folks.
Yes, thank you.
And
Give us a round of applause.
you might notice we have two special guests with us today.
Yes.
We have the lovely and talented Willis.
Yes.
And we have the lovely and talented Yoshi Wilson.
Hey, Yoshi. Hey, man.
Both representing Zeta Phi Beta.
Yes.
And also the Monmouth Ocean County Pan-Hellenic Council. And we're going to be getting into that a little later in the show. We're going to be going over the Devine 9 and the impact that they've had on the community and a little bit of the history behind it and everything like that. But first...
Wait, we're going to have a call-in, too.
Oh, we're going to have a call-in, too.
Yeah, Sean Macon.
Sean Macon.
Yeah, Sean Macon. He'll just give it a...
First-timer. Another first-timer.
Yeah, well, he's watched the show, and I grew up with him. And G Grove, you know what it is.
There we go. little local flavor in.
Yeah, we'll talk.
But we had a big game this weekend.
Yes, the Super Bowl was played, ladies and gents.
Good game too.
Oh man, one for the.
If you didn't have anything in the game, if you didn't like any of the teams, it was still a good game to watch.
Yeah.
Still a good game to watch.
Yeah, and Nikki's got a whole bunch of notes.
Super Bowl news.
She got all kinds of statistics. She's got predictions for next year's Super Bowl.
The draft.
All that matters, the most important thing that came out of it is the Eagles are not the Super Bowl champions.
Oh wow, you're terrible.
Why am I terrible?
I mean,
trash team.
Well, you're a
trash team. No championship for you.
I understand.
No championship for you.
You're a Giants fan, so.
I thought you said you're a Steelers fan.
I am.
So why?
Pennsylvania. How about that?
Oh, you're a fan of Pennsylvania.
Yes.
All teams in Pennsylvania. So you're, what's the word I'm looking for here? A fake? You don't have one team. You have multiple teams.
Well, I have sentimental
phony?
attachment to the Eagles.
Okay.
So.
Well, you said you had family who played.
I had a cousin that was,
Okay, I kind of get it.
cornerback for the Eagles.
I'll allow it.
My late father was an Eagles fan, so that's close. That's close.
I'm a Giants fan.
Poor thing.
Eagles are
They
trash.
did all right this year.
Cowboys are trash. Commanders are trash. Keep calling them the old name. Can't get it out of my head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I was just going for Jalen Hurts because, just his story. They were unsure about him up until the first snap of the preseason.
Right.
And what he did was he lost that playoff game last year. He didn't even go home. He went on the West Coast and he perfected his craft.
Yep.
He didn't have an off season, and he showed the world that
he put the work in.
And listen,
that's what you have to
pretty much wrote him off, and it was like a bad pick, and they were thinking about drafting another quarterback, the whole nine.
It's not over for that team. It's not like they lost this game.
Yeah,
and they have to retool and everything. Like, they have so many weapons.
Hey, Layla.
Hey,
Hi,
Layla.
Chewy. That's my granddaughter. Hey.
Janine.
Yes.
Naja. Hello.
Yes.
Welcome to the
Hello. That's my daughter.
Welcome to the show.
I just got British on you. sorry.
But the Eagles had it. They were up at the half.
Yeah.
They were up by 10 at the half. That was their game to win. They had Mahomes hurt. And I thought before the game, all the Eagles needed to do was get to Mahomes and hit him in that hurt leg.
Yeah,
and that was going to be, and they did.
Yeah.
And he just kept going.
Well, no. What
They
happened?
gave him a shot of something or whatever they did.
Oh, yeah. What happened was the
Cortisone.
35-minute halftime and Rihanna.
Right. There you go.
That painkiller shot set in.
Right.
Because the way he ran out the tunnel, it was like, is that the same dude?
Yeah.
I didn't know you that helped a lot. That long halftime helped because it's 12 minutes. And if he had to come back after the pain that was on his face when he re-injured that shit,
right,
dude, he wouldn't have been nothing in the second half in a regular season game. But thank goodness for the Super Bowl. That's what it is.
And if you ask an Eagles fan, the refs screwed them too.
Well, that was a hold. And
the guy even admitted it was a hold. And Eagles fans are still like, it wasn't a hold. It was a BS call.
Yeah.
Like, when the guy admits he did it, that's the end of the argument right there.
Yeah.
What's up, Steph?
Yeah. But
Esther, welcome to the show.
Is that Esther Jordan?
It is Esther Jordan.
Hello, Esther. How are you?
Of Kick Cancer Overboard fame.
Yes, we did work with them for the Kick Cancer Overboard. Let's give them. You gotta give her.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
She definitely did her thing. And my niece is actually a recipient of one of the cruise.
Yes.
Yeah, she kicked cancer ass, and she's going on a cruise in May. So
It was fun seeing the smiles on people's faces who have gone
I'm
through
happy
it.
for her and all, but
And
she had
give
3
them a
other
little bit of
deaths, and I
joy,
wasn't
you
one
know,
of them.
a little bit of relief.
Yeah.
That was nice to do.
Yeah, but she didn't invite me, so you know what I mean.
More importantly than the game, though, was always the commercials.
Yeah. Oh well, it used to be.
It used to be.
Boring.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I turned the channel on commercials.
Yep. I had to watch them because I went to study for the show and have ammunition, and I'm like, why am I being forced to watch this miserable crap right now?
What were you about to say?
No, I mean, I think we were having this conversation before the show, and it was hard to find that thing that you go, oh yeah, I like that. Whereas years past, I'm like, I could name a couple.
It
was one right after the other. You're like, this is amazing. This
Right.
one's great.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I can't believe they got this person to do it.
Yeah, but only, like I said, the only one that kind of tickled me was the Bradley Cooper and his mom.
Right.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
T-Mobile. How does T-Mobile have all that money to pay those actors and their service? Sucks! I mean,
I have a friend who's going through it with him right now.
dude, you go into any restaurant, T-Mobile is out of commission. Just forget about it.
Right.
You try to go on, oh, let me check something. I'm a fact check. And it's like, no service
They
anywhere.
were once Sprint, correct?
They
merged.
right, they merged.
Yeah.
You think?
Oh, and Sprint was terrible.
I had Sprint for 18 years. I had no complaints.
Really?
But then
Okay.
toward the end, I was just like, okay, drop calls and things like that.
Right,
So
right.
I bailed just in time. So
Right.
I mean, come on over to the dark side. Come over to Firehouse, man. I can go in the back and I can go in the mall in the back of a store and get service.
I had
Yeah, but we're
18
paying
years,
for
100
it.
complaints.
Huh?
We're paying for it.
Yeah.
Fios ain't cheap.
Yo, it ain't cheap, but it ain't over expensive either.
Yeah,
No.
I guess.
No, yeah.
Check out my bill.
Right. Yeah, well, we got some crazy local news too before we get into the main discussion. Nettie's a spaghetti restaurant in Tinton Falls.
Yeah, right on Shafto and Asbury.
Yeah, I remember on a corner. Yeah, down the street from Wawa, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they
Implemented a new rule.
all right. Starting in March when they reopen the restaurant for spring, they're not allowing any kids under 10 to dine in the restaurant. And people, it's not. I just want to point out, you clapped at that. You're an asshole. But
I have, admittedly.
No, but
Bravo.
this isn't a fine dining. I just want to point that out.
No, it's a family restaurant.
We're not talking about fine dining. We're talking like Perkins. You know what I mean? Perkins with spaghetti.
I love Perkins.
Yeah, no, that's my shit too. But I'm just trying to paint a picture.
Sure.
It's not Christie's back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's some ballsy shit.
It is. It's a bold move. It's a bold business choice. Yeah. And I couldn't agree with it more, especially after what I went through last night. What happened?
No, I'm just saying.
I
you
thought
couldn't
you
agree
heard
more.
something.
Wait, no, you couldn't agree more because you went through.
It was like squirrel.
Yeah. No, but you had an experience with.
Oh yeah, I went.
We've all had.
Okay, but it's fresh. It happened last night, and it was just
PTSD right here.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
Trauma. Go ahead.
Without a doubt.
I want to know.
I appreciate that, Yoshi. So I went to a local spot to get a burger, and I understand I'm going out to eat. Peace and quiet is not going to happen there, but just a calm dining experience, maybe.
Yeah.
And behind me is a table with 2 women and 4 kids, and those kids were all under the age of 6. The one, my favorite kid, must have been a mute, just well behaved and just didn't talk the whole time.
I don't endorse.
Yeah, but you got to do voices and stuff.
No, those are impressions. You just insulted an autistic kid.
No. This was just a kid who was quiet.
I'm just busting.
Just a very quiet child. I know you're trying to make me look like a scumbag.
No.
I can do it myself.
Right, you don't need
I don't need any
help.
So then you get to the second kid, Little Miss Chatterbox, wouldn't shut up. And kids do that. Kids absolutely do that. That's not out of the ordinary. Just wouldn't stop talking now. And blah, 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 blah. Okay, fine. You're doing your thing. Then we get to the third kid who was trying out to be a dinosaur on the Jurassic Park movies, apparently. This must have gone on for 10 to 15 minutes. I'm like, I got to turn around and see, but I don't want to be rude. But I know what's happening. This kid's just being a maniac. And the 2 women there not acknowledging this. Not, hey, little Timmy, quiet down a little bit. We're in a public place. None of that.
Yeah.
And then the last one was my favorite.
Yo.
Little baby cough a lot. This baby was coughing like he smokes a pack a day of unfiltered Camels. There was an obvious respiratory issue going on with this child. And it shouldn't have been out of the house. But these two women had
Yo,
to
he
go out
said
to
it.
eat.
Yo, you don't have any kids. Stop referring to kids as its.
What, the child? What is it?
The child. Yo, dude.
Listen, it needs a nebulizer,
you're talking,
not chicken tenders and french fries.
Yo.
It needs some treatment.
Hey, Kaz, what's up? Yo, my daughter
What's the other
is.
thing coffee children
my daughter
don't do?
is
They don't
cursing you
cover
out.
their mouth.
So in all fairness,
I haven't looked at what if you
No,
said
you're getting killed.
Yeah.
Good,
You're
good.
getting annihilated.
In all
Good.
fairness, okay, so I get it. You come from because you don't have children. You
Right,
acknowledge that,
right,
right?
right.
And to me, it just sounds like kids were being kids, right?
Right.
They were just being kids. It's really difficult at times for young people, young little ones, to sit and behave. I learned something in my own parenting experience, like I was at a restaurant and my daughter was really, really active. She was like a jet. Choo, choo, choo. So one time I took her out to eat and she did rather well. But I saw a family across from us with remember the portable DVD players?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's it. That's the ticket to give her something that once she finishes, she could occupy
Right.
herself. But that lesson came after just observing other people. But not for nothing, the kids are just being,
Oh, I know that.
kids.
I'm not
And-
blaming the kids.
Right.
I'm blaming the
But
parents for
parents
bringing
do
these
have to-
mutants out of the house.
But
Well, hold on. Hold on.
I don't blame the kids for being kids.
I agree, but we have a couple comments. Naja said it doesn't matter how well behaved a child is. All kids have their moments.
You got a baby, Naja. I don't want to hear from you
They're
because you want to
still
take the
learning
baby
how to
out.
regulate their emotions, and that's not their parents' fault. I know adults who have more temper tantrums than kids. I hope that restaurant closes down because that's BS. LOL. And then,
Very good point. Wait, that's my daughter.
And then on the other side of that, we have Amy Devine. Two
love
old
this one.
ladies once clapped when I left the restaurant with my two. It was so embarrassing, and told those two old ladies to F off.
Well, good for you.
they
You're
clap.
one of those two.
What's up, Mike McGrath?
What? See, we have a problem. That's just like salt in a wound type shit. You know what I mean? If I'm leaving a restaurant with because let me tell you, Naja and David were a handful. You know,
What's up,
Janina
Brad?
will attest to that. And it was just a matter of what time was it going to happen. But if somebody clapped when I left,
Yeah.
girl, yo, I'm one of those people. We were once followed in Collingswood auction one time. In Collingswood. Like followed in that little ass
Flea
shop.
market?
Yeah. So wait, I saw this
Not
dude.
Nordstrom's.
I saw the dude watching us, right? So it was Janine, Naja, and David. So I dipped behind the other, and I caught him. I got behind him, and he was looking like this at my family, and I was like, "What the fuck are you looking at?" And I told him, "Don't feel good when somebody's following you, does it?" And I was like,
Right.
"Put everything y'all have down, and we're leaving this place." Kids, unpredictable. They were just touching stuff. They're little. They were just touching stuff, and he decided to follow us all around like we're using the kids to steal. I was livid. But
Yeah, and I'm just offering a commentary. I didn't give
No,
these people
John-
a look.
John is-
I didn't say anything
John
to these
has-
people. They had
yeah.
every right
Gotta
to
clarify
be
that.
there.
Don't crush John.
Clean it
But,
up.
but I'm, no,
I mean, you
Yeah.
know what it is? It's a fine line. I have two kids. It's a fine line. I get it. I have to say that for my daughter and son, they were well behaved because
Right.
they knew the aftermath.
right,
So
right.
even at that young age, you have to train your kids too, even in those social settings.
Absolutely.
No doubt.
So it's about the parenting, but at the same time, kids are very unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen. Once you take them inside the restaurant, either they're sleepy, either they're not feeling well. And
Right.
You just kind of have to just move with the
it's a
flow.
crapshoot.
It is.
It literally is. It's like, what kid am I going to get today?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
So
also
true.
have a little empathy for the parents because they don't get to get
Exactly.
out much. So
No doubt.
Yeah,
No
and,
doubt.
and then the other part is, especially because I'm an
Zero.
educator, we have to expose them to what we expect from them in social settings, how to conduct themselves in public. And
So true.
you can't do that by keeping them at home.
true.
So you take them out, you teach them how to socialize, You teach them how to interact
Proper
with people,
etiquette.
proper etiquette, that
Right.
type of thing.
But there was none of that going on in this
I'm
situation.
tracking
These
it.
ladies were stuck in their conversation,
Yeah.
completely ignoring what
Yeah,
was going
well,
on in their
that
immediate
happens.
vicinity.
And that happens too.
That
Right.
happens too.
It might have been the only chance they've had to go out in the past 6 months.
Yeah.
You know what I
And they
mean?
have to
You don't
take
know.
the
Right.
hits.
Yeah. I get
Walk a day.
I get it.
Walk a day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my motto.
No.
Yeah.
But you could start early, or you could have them have good grades, go to college, and pledge for.
Zeta Phi Beta sorority.
That's what's up. That's how we said that. That's what's up, y'all. So
The Segway master.
That's right. So we got two black queens in the house,
Hey.
Nikki and Yoshi. Oh, and we got a call in. Boom. What up, brother? What's going on?
I heard somebody was looking for me.
What's up, Sean?
What's going on, brother?
What's going on? What's going on, Soros? How y'all doing? What's going on, homie?
Hey, I'm chilling, man. Waiting for your call in.
And this,
Hey, man,
this is
same old.
There's a little bit of feedback, but we'll work through that.
who's this joining us right now, Dave?
This is Sean Macon, my brother from. Oh wow. Let me fix that. Hold up.
Yes, sir.
Sean, do you have a
There we
computer on or something? Or just your phone?
Is that better? Yo, turn it. If you got a volume up, turn it down.
Okay, give me a second.
All right, there we go. That's better already.
Yes.
You sound like. Yeah.
What's up, Scotty? What's up, Dave? Welcome to the show. Karen, welcome to the show. Brian, welcome to the show. Lester, welcome. Kaz, welcome. Everybody, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
We're about to get into the meat of the conversation.
Yes,
We got
yeah.
Sean Macon on the phone. We got Nikki Willis.
Yes.
We got Yoshi Wilson.
Hey.
I still don't like that feedback. Sean, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yo,
we're good.
We'll go,
Perfect.
yeah, we'll
We're
go
good.
with that. Yo, brother, I ain't seen you in a minute. It seemed like just yesterday we was putting out that fire we almost started down at the creek.
Yeah, do we have to talk about that?
Yes, now we do. Now we
do not.
absolutely do.
We do not. To make a long story short, Sean got an idea to. We had a gypsy moth problem in the 80s. And it was he decided maybe we get some gasoline, and we just
Every good decision starts with
was it your idea or mine?
It was probably Dave.
Probably was mine.
Blame it, David.
Yeah, but we put that shit out like we was crazy in creek water. It's good to hear from you, brother. That's
Yes, sir.
Yo, so
for a long time.
yeah, it's been a minute, but we're here for some more important things.
Yes, sir.
Your fraternity, and I'll turn it over to I just said I just saw her. To Yoshi, my bad.
So, Sean, thanks for calling in, and it's always a pleasure to chat with you. So why don't you introduce yourself to the folks and tell them what fabulous organization you belong to for us, and maybe talk about why you decided to join that organization as opposed to others.
Okay. Well, my name is Sean Macon. Neptune, New Jersey bred. All my life.
This is
I now live in Montgomery, Alabama. I am a member of the Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated.
Oh, sorry. We're just gonna give you
Getting
the
button happy.
intro.
Getting button happy. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I founded on the campus of Howard University, January 9, 1914. I am a member of the Alpha Eta Sigma chapter here in Montgomery, Alabama, which is the Montgomery chapter. There are other chapters who do things in the city of Montgomery, but this is our home. We were founded here.
Wow. That's big.
Yes, sir. And the reason I decided to join Phi Beta Sigma fraternity was mostly because of the diversity that we had. I found that throughout both our fraternity and our sorority. And before I get, let me make this clear.
Okay.
Phi Beta Sigma fraternity and Zeta Phi Beta sorority incorporated are the only constitutionally bound brother and sister organization in the D9.
Yo,
Let's be
yo.
clear.
Period.
Yo, I gotta give you because we had the pre-show and they made that very clear, and there was a little attitude in their face when they said it.
So for the uninitiated, what does that mean? That you guys are constitutionally bound?
So that means that in the actual preamble, so Phi Beta Sigma fraternity actually had a hand in the origins and beginnings of Zeta Phi Beta sorority.
Okay.
And so that means we have it in writing. In the Constitution, it says that we are brother and sister organizations. You'll hear over the years, I've heard it started with the Deltas and Omegas, brothers and sisters, and the AKAs and Omega. None of that's true. None of it.
Okay.
We are the only constitutionally bound brother and sister organization, which is why we share the same principles, same colors, all that good stuff. So don't be deceived.
I noticed that because there's this unwritten affiliation with other sororities and fraternities, but their colors ain't the same.
You know how you got play cousin?
We claim everybody until they act up.
You know how you got your little play cousin,
Yes.
your play brother and sister that you.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, this ain't that.
Right.
This ain't that.
Extended family for sure.
That's big. That's different in the whole Divine Nine. So
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what makes us
Absolutely.
unique. Thank you so much, Sean.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
So, David, let me go back with just a little bit, and Sean, don't go anywhere. So, we're here as representatives for two organizations, really.
Right.
The Monmouth and Ocean County Panhellenic Council
Okay.
and Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. So let me make it make sense for you all.
Okay.
The Divine Nine, which are all the historically Black Greek letter organizations, come together under the umbrella of the National Panhellenic Council.
Nice.
And so when we get together, and again, we wear different colors, but the mission is the same: community service.
That's what we're about.
Community
Neptune Straight Talk.
service. Right. So that's, and I'm grateful to all of you. Let me just say that by allowing us to come on, especially during Black History
Oh,
Month,
that's what we
to highlight what it is we do. This is crucial. This is critical.
no doubt.
So I know there are films and media platforms that, show us stepping and things like that, but it's about service. It's
Yeah.
about sisterhood. It's about brotherhood. And again, different colors, same mission.
Right.
So it was critical that I share that with you all. Kind of sort of wearing two hats, but nonetheless, it's important that folks know that historically Black Greek organizations, most folks do start undergrad. You can go and you can say, what do I have an interest in? Which one speaks to me, will support me? Which one do I think I relate to, connect?
Oh, wow, that's different. That's different. Yeah.
They
wow.
start there, right? And they might have a mama, daddy, or somebody that has model, or uncle and auntie that
Right.
are in these organizations, so they get curious about it. So they it kind of starts there.
Like legacies.
Legacy.
Wow,
We call them
that's big.
legacies,
That's
right?
big.
My father was a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, but I'm a girl, so I couldn't join it.
Right.
And my mother's sister is a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Hey, auntie. And so, when you have those things in front of you, you naturally get curious. And then you go off to college and you see them, you're like, oh, what is that all about?
Yeah.
But what makes us unique, and as Nick and I sit here amongst you all, is the fact that we're members of the graduate level of our organizations. So even though, some of us were inducted as
Right.
undergrad,
Right.
some of us came on later on in life
Yeah.
and wanted to continue to do the work, the mission of our organization.
And, are there like ranks and, they're like senior members that are.
Oh, well, we have, people who have been there for years that
Right.
started out very,
From the local,
Yeah.
regional, and international level.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it does have various ranks that you can grow within the organization.
absolutely.
Okay, there you go.
We're international. It's
Right.
not
Oh,
just
no doubt.
United States thing.
Right.
We are abroad.
Worldwide.
We're worldwide. And other organizations, and we've shared the links for all of the organizations on your page, so folks get to know for themselves
Right.
who we are.
I went to Norfolk State University and
Right.
I'm ignorant to it.
Yeah.
I know about Q Dogs and I went to
Yeah.
the step shows, but I got a 40 and smoked a joint, and I went back to class. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I understand.
this is big for me too. I'm
Yeah.
learning stuff for the first time. Kelly, you got something to add?
Hey, Yoshi and Nikki,
Yes.
I'm just curious, like, how did either thinking about joining this
Mm-hmm.
sorority or joining this sorority change your path?
Nick, you.
I don't mean to put you on the spot.
No, we like it. It's a great question.
So this is something I always knew I wanted to do, even when I was in college. And even graduating in college, I still wanted to do this. And I was just exposed to really great women that moved in ways that said, wow, you know, they were all about community service. They were all about the education. They were all about the sisterhood. And so that motivated me to say, okay, what organization are you with? And so once I found out, I said, okay, I kind of watched. And I watched and I loved what I saw. And that's what moved me in doing this grad chapter. You know, Alpha Alpha Chi Zeta is I love my sisterhood. I love these sisters. I love these are my sorors. And again, I think we are alpha women in this chapter, and we all give something back. We all have something special.
Giving back is very
Oh
important.
yes,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's like I'm getting chills just talking
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
it because we have something special, and we're out there in these streets. You see us with the community service, and we're doing things, and people are seeing us more and more. You know, in Monmouth and Ocean, because those are the territories that we serve.
Yes.
So I mean, that was my thing: was the community service and the sisterhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Sean, you still there? Sean,
I'm here.
Okay, yeah. So what kind of programs that you got going on in your community way down south there?
So we have black business initiatives where we support black businesses. We also have our national initiative, March of Dimes. We have a list of initiatives that we support on a yearly basis.
Nice.
But in our communities, we've served. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you guys know that. Not long ago, there was several different, a couple of hurricanes. I mean, not called hurricanes, but tornadoes that came through.
Oh yeah.
So we get our hands dirty. We like to get on the ground, get our hands dirty, you know, at ground zero, and do what we can to help in any way we can in these communities.
No, that's what's up, brother.
Now, do the different fraternities and sororities ever get together for the same cause, or is it everyone's going for their individual cause? Like one group's for Habitat for Humanity, one group's for another thing. Do you?
So that great question. So that is the one of the purposes of the Monmouth and Ocean County Panhellenic Council.
Right.
So that we can find common ground because we
Strength in numbers.
Right, strength in numbers. So we're constantly looking for opportunities to serve together.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
everybody does have, all the organizations have their national what do you call it? Not platforms, but
Principles.
service ideas, initiatives.
Yeah.
But at any time, because of our footprint in Monmouth and Ocean County, we are seeking. We're trying to get better at that.
Right.
But one thing right now, I can definitely tell you, it's scholarship time. So I'm,
That's huge.
it's huge.
Yeah.
Everybody needs coins. Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody.
So I know, like, for one of the events that the D9 has coming together to put on is on March 18th
Yeah.
at the Hamilton Banquet Hall. So
Okay.
again, these proceeds are going to be going to scholarships.
Yes.
So the event is from 7 p.m. to 11:45 p.m. again at the Hamilton Banquet Hall.
You hear that, ladies and gentlemen?
Yep. This is the Devine 9 coming together, and we want to show up and show out. So if you want to come through,
Have
This
great
is open
music.
to the public?
yes,
Yes.
it is.
Okay.
Yes.
it is.
Tickets are $30.
$30.
$30.
$30. That's a low cost.
Yeah,
And-
you can bring your
fun.
own setup,
Yeah.
and your own food. So listen, if you got a table of like 5 people that want to come, you bring the chicken wings, you bring the fries or chips or whatever.
Bring the bottle of wine.
And we have,
whatever.
we have a DJ, and it's for a good time.
Bring the weed.
No.
No.
Nobody said that.
No,
Nobody
no,
said
It's
that.
legal.
Ban
Come
it
on
from
now.
stage.
Sean, you agree, right?
We did. We
Okay,
did not.
I don't know.
You guys tried to pour gasoline on Gypsy Moths.
Oh, that's right.
Stay
You
out of
got, you down there, y'all. It ain't legal down there yet.
Yeah. So in that particular event on March 18th, those proceeds
Sorry.
go to scholarship, and so
Right.
it's a collective effort. All of us get together,
Yeah.
and it's for a good time. Let me go back to the media. Not house party. It was school days. Spike Lee.
Yes, old school.
If anybody know, it's that.
See,
that's what people have in their memory about Greek life.
What do you think is the biggest thing that is hindering everyone just coming together. You'd think it would be easy for everyone to just join forces.
We're all at graduate level. We're all educated, working
Adults, yes.
professionals.
Gotcha.
Right.
So that's why certain things we know every year we're going to do this. It takes a lot of planning.
Absolutely.
Oh, I do a weekly show. I know.
It takes, right, you get it, right? And it's the same thing with us. We have families, we have careers, lots of obligations, and so but you don't want to just come into an organization and do nothing. Right. The only way it's going to be able to be sustained is the fact that we put in the work.
Well, I want to extend right here, right now, our page with all our followers. Any event you have coming up,
thank you.
Feel free to post on the page.
We are following you. Moms in Ocean County Panhellenic Council is following you now. So
that's what's up. That's what's up. We can work together. We can do a diversity picnic.
Yes, we love
Absolutely.
it.
Let's do that.
Am I in?
You are in.
So Yoshi and Nikki,
Yes.
thank you so much for being here. And one of the things, like as a white girl from Neptune, I love diversity, and I'm always looking for ways to bridge the gap. So how can we get involved? I'm not
Show
in your
up.
sorority. How
Show
can
up.
we get involved?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Or we actually have a branch, right, called the Meat Guy. So they are friends of the Zetas. So again, those are a branch of the organization that you can say, you know what, I want to be an Meat Guy and I want to be able to help. That's one way of doing it if you didn't want to do the grad chapter. Or again, just show up to our events when they are listed, because you know what, we love
Soon to be posted on Neptune Straight Talk page.
Yes.
So it's not locked out. Like
Feel free to jump in, show making if you got a point
We
to
even
make.
have
Don't
youth
hesitate,
auxiliary.
brother.
We also have auxiliaries for our young ladies from elementary school to high school.
Yeah.
and
Ages
that's
4 to
so
18.
important, because
Yes.
we really need to focus on the youth, because that's where it is.
Absolutely.
All helping hands are welcome.
Absolutely.
There's no door, there's no lockout. If you want to help, we are open to that.
We're going to
help.
recruit these two for the Zeta Male Network.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go.
We do have men who not
I don't know. I feel like we
you don't have to have a Zeta as a boo to be in it if you want to
I
support
want
our
to be on
religion.
Sean's team.
Okay. Okay, you heard this
And,
one.
I'm at Sigma. We also have our mentoring program, which is a Sigma Beta Club.
Yeah.
Where we basically we take young men in the community and guide them on their way to manhood. We teach them life skills. We do mentoring. We do after school programs. We teach them how to tie a tie. We teach them how to
That's
it's
the little things, man, and it starts there. Yeah, it's big. Go ahead, keep on going.
absolutely. And so we definitely want to put that out there. I really harp on that because the very first Sigma Beta Club that was founded in all of Sigma was here in Montgomery, Alabama. This is called Mecca because this is where it all started at.
That's
And
what's up.
so anywhere there's a Sigma
Shout out to
Beta,
the Mecca.
find a private Sigma Beta Club. So definitely.
That's what's
Word,
up.
that's what's up.
Have you
Sean.
noticed that the numbers of members joining and finding you guys and joining up has increased over the years?
I think with Vice President Kamala Harris sitting in the White House has
Right.
drawn a lot more attention to the
Okay.
Divine Nine. I mean,
They're seeing us more.
they're seeing us more. All of the
What's her
Divine
what's
Nine.
her sorority?
She's Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, pink and green.
Because frankly, until you contacted me, I had never heard of the Divine,
Yes.
these things called as the Divine Nine before. I've
I'm
never
here to-
heard of that
I'm
reference.
here to
so-
bring light and Black
There you
History
go.
Month. That's
That's
right.
fine. That's what's up.
And it's I think the exposure, because people didn't understand what that thing was like. What is all of this?
Right.
Why are they doing this, moving this way, and what is that all about? So people get curious when and when we wear our paraphernalia, out in the streets, this is like people are like, what does that mean? But again, for us, we're graduate members. So you could be from the age of 17, 18 to 90. Wearing these
Right,
colors, being
right.
active as a representative of this organization or any organization.
It's just funny how it's been presented in the movies and stuff like that
Yeah.
I've seen growing up, where you never hear about any of the good, the stuff that means something, the humanitarian work. When I was reading about these organizations, it was all over the place. But when they're represented in a movie, like you were saying earlier, it's a lot of the step-in and everything like that, which is great. But the humanitarian stuff, the getting together and
Community work.
getting together for a cause and
Yeah.
We're
making a difference.
influencing legislation on Capitol Hill. It's not just again about stepping and you
Right,
know,
right.
and singing songs and stuff. But that's a huge part of our culture. Don't get me wrong.
No, I get that, but that's the only, as a
Yeah.
white person watching these movies, and in a movie like Road Trip, where they end up at a black fraternity, and they're the goofy white guys, and they're welcomed and loved, but it's nothing about it's all the stereotypical stuff,
Right,
right?
yeah, which sucks about Hollywood.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But that French toast was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was terrible.
So I wanted
No,
to
that was a
address
terrible
something
one.
that Flip Suit had mentioned here in the chat, and he asked a great question. He says, "My son is currently attending North Carolina A&T and has no interest in pledging. How can I get him to at least inquire about it?" I think it has to be a natural thing.
Yeah.
If he's curious,
Absolutely.
if he knows people, Flip, if you know people that are part of the organizations and you can put him in touch with them to ask those questions, because we all take great pride. I don't care what colors you wear. We take great pride in telling people about who we are and what we represent. And at the end of the day, all of the Divine Nine has something positive for someone out there if they choose to do it. And it doesn't stop when you're undergrad. And I think that's what makes us unique from any other Greek letter organizations, is the fact that historically black Greek letter organizations, we go above and beyond undergraduate.
Right.
Yes, Sean, you want to touch on that, on Flip's question about his son?
I think that has to be, it's not just a decision, it's a feeling. It's something he has to feel.
Okay.
And the worst thing you could do is try and push him in a direction. You have to let him choose his own path.
Yeah, word.
And it may be that, it's just not something that he's interested in. That's fine too.
Right. He could change his mind. He could grow.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But do know, like, I have a daughter who's getting ready to go to Montclair State. Hey, Jana. But I tell you what, I tell you what, I'm only writing the check for the blue and white. So, I mean, because what person doesn't want a legacy?
Oh,
hey,
both my sons are still.
we're starting our legacy, right? So why not? And let me just tell you, I had a career in the military for 20 years. There's even, thank you so much.
Thank you for your service.
There are sorors who are currently still serving, but they're Zetas. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
So, and for me, to answer the question was asked earlier, when I decided, my military career had ended, and what else did I want to do in terms of serving?
Right.
And I was like, yeah, you want to take on something else? But I did. That connection, that bond, and some of the things that I had done in the military, that fraternity style type thing, that way, I wanted to channel my energy to something else, and I definitely got it with my sorors of Zeta Phi Beta sorority.
Beautiful.
That's what's up. You have anything to add, Nick, other than Super Bowl stats? You have some upcoming events?
Oh, yes.
Share
I
the
do.
events.
So
Yes,
again,
share the events.
I mentioned the old Greek school party. Then for the Alpha Alpha Chi Zeta scholarship event, we have our Chips and Kicks on June 3rd at the Renaissance from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Again, this information will be listed on the Straight Talk.
On the Straight Talk page, they will be posting all this info on our page. So if you're interested, because I'm gonna go to a couple of them.
You got to come out.
No, yes.
I definitely am.
I invite everyone here.
Yes.
I think, again, it's the exposure. You can be like, you know what?
You're gonna
It's
have a great
okay.
time.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I plan on it, dog.
I mean, again, and just kind of leaning into the service that we do. We're working with Destiny's Bridge in Lakewood on this Saturday
I
from
thought you was
10
about to
from
go
10
say
a.m.
Destiny's Child.
You know what?
Back it up.
Sorry.
From 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. I'm sorry, from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. We are donating Code Blue supplies from the Salvation Army to the Destiny's Bridge initiative. So again, this is something near and dear. We're all about community service.
And what is Destiny's Bridge? What do they do?
So with Destiny's Bridge, they work with Pastor Steve, and again in Jackson, or rather Lakewood, and he goes out to the people in the tent cities.
Okay.
Again, they have these communities that are homeless, but they're well organized, but they need the supplies, they need the food, they need the propane tanks, they need the clothing. So we, again, as an organization, we go back and we give to them wherever we can do to support them, because again, it's getting cold. People are hungry. Once with the pandemic, things change. The mindsets change. So we are there for that. Again, Zeta with Z-Hope, as I said, Zeta is helping other people excel. This is what we do. So this is just one of the things that we're so passionate about.
Right.
We've adopted a school, the middle school in Neptune, we've adopted them. So again, you know, how do we help the schools? How do we help, you know, the homeless? We worked with domestic shelters like the Providence House. We've worked with them. So we're out there, you know, we are paving the poundment. We are getting the word out that we are here to help. So again, we will share all this great information and how you can help. And if you want to donate, this will be on the Straight Talk page.
There you go.
What's up?
Yes.
You got anything to add, Sean?
Just shout out. I want to shout out all of the Devine Nine. Just to be clear, you know, we wear different colors, but we all are definitely working and striving towards the same common goal.
Yeah, I'm so glad you said that.
Absolutely.
Yes.
True.
So yeah, shout out all of you guys. Shout out the AKAs, Alpha Alpha, That Outside, Qs, the Deltas. My wife's a Delta. Shout out Shamika.
Hey,
Iota Phi Theta.
How does that work? Your wife's a Delta. Tell me how that works.
We're an alphabet soup over here. My wife's a Delta. My daughter's a Zeta. I have a daughter that's a Zeta. My wife's a Delta. I have 3 or 4 cousins that are Zeta. So we're alphabet soup over here. So it's all good.
That's what's up.
It's all love. It's all love.
It's all good. Yeah, and like I said, you know, for us, I just think it's important that, you know, and again, thank you so much for allowing us to have this moment here to highlight what's happening.
You're welcome anytime.
It's, you know, it's not about a black thing. It's not about a white thing. It's about a service thing. Because at the end of the day, like right now, the need is so great to support everyone. You know, the pandemic leveled the have and have-nots. The folks that had ain't got it like they used to. And so we take great pride in getting into the communities, getting into schools, and saying, "Hey, come get in the trenches with us and serve." And again, you know, you may not want to join us, but you could get in there and say, you know, I'm just going to show up, and you know, maybe
a little donation is
a
okay.
donation goes a long way.
You got to wear the blue. Just
You
give
don't
me
have
the
to wear
green.
the blue, but if you want to, hey, come
Give me that green.
check us out. You know, and I think that's really, really important. You know, we do fundraisers, you know, throughout the year, popcorn, you know.
Double good.
That
yes.
double good popcorn. We on now. Now I'm going to share that on your page too.
It's Friday.
Yes, that's correct. You know, because there's very few fundraisers that we do that net us 50% of the product, the proceeds.
Wow.
50%.
Oh, that's what's
So folks keep saying, "Oh, here comes that popcorn." First of all, people like
That's
it,
addictive.
Yeah.
It's
and
good.
people buy it. And even if you don't like the popcorn, you can say, "You know, I'm going to donate $20."
You don't want popcorn until you get that first handful.
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true.
Now, is this like the regular popcorn? Is this like the
It's,
special bucket with the 3 different types?
It's
and all that?
fancy. It's fancy.
It's very fancy.
It's fancy. It's addicting, but it works.
It's crack in a bag.
Yeah. There you go, Fred.
Yo, brother, let me tell you something, Sean. I got you on the phone now, but yo, when you come to town, and I know you visit Jerseys, you know, sometimes. So when you come here, you better come take a seat at this table, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure, no doubt.
Yeah, man. We can chop it up about anything. It could be about you or your organization or whatever. We get to talking and it's on.
You're in Georgia?
No doubt. Sounds like a plan.
He's
I'm in
in
Alabama.
Montgomery,
Alabama, okay. All right.
Yeah. So I want to give a shout out. First of all, you know, we would be remiss in sitting here without, you know, recognizing James Jackson, the president of Monmouth and Ocean County Pan-Hellenic Council.
Yes, thanks.
Thank you for your support.
Yes.
And
Big time.
our illustrious president of the Alpha Alpha Chi Zeta chapter of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, Miss Kenya Pace.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We attempt to do everything in decency and order, so we don't make public appearances without the blessings of our leadership. That's important.
Oh, that's what's up. See
And,
that?
and this is what I was telling you guys, like, you know, when we were trying to do the marketing thing, like, this is what you have to say. Or
Right.
Because we brand.
It works better if you're all on the same page.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
It works
but
a lot better.
we brand. So
Right.
it's
Yeah.
Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated.
There you go.
Oh, they got the
But that's for all of the all of the D9s. We want them to be recognized in the way that they should. And you know, like for us, it's personal that you know we want it done right. And you know,
Right.
so I definitely didn't want to leave out our leadership because that's really, really important. Without their blessings, we would not be sitting here tonight.
So, hey, ladies, I just want to thank you so much for being here. And Sean, thank you so much for calling in.
Yes.
One of Neptune Straight Talk's goals is to think globally but act locally, and collaborating with people like you is going to get us where we need to be. So,
No, we thank
Oh,
you.
thank
big
you.
shout out.
Definitely.
Yo, man, it's big getting you on the phone, man. When I saw you message, you were calling in, I was like, oh, it's on. And I was like, there's a few things I can talk about, but a lot I can't.
Keep it clean. Keep it clean.
Keep it clean, Luther.
Well, when he gets here live, we'll go over the things that you guys can't talk about.
I can't wait.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
I really wish we had more of the D9 that could join us tonight. You know,
There's another night.
but listen, we'll come back.
Get them.
We'll
Yes.
continue to
And if you can't get here, you can always call in.
yeah, oh yeah, there's that. And we'll continue to share the information that could be beneficial for everyone in the community. I can't emphasize enough. Go to our pages, look at the scholarship opportunities for your young people that are coming out of high school because you need them points. College is expensive. And so even if you're not a person who's located in Monmouth and Ocean County, we're international.
Right.
That's
Please
what's up.
look.
We're
Please
all
look.
over.
We're
Yeah.
all over the place. There are opportunities to serve and to support education all over the world. So
I think there was
Excellent.
one other event that I wanted to mention, the Male Initiative,
yes,
the Minority Male Initiative, which is taking place on February 24th at Brookdale College.
Okay.
Again, we still have tons of space for students, for high school students to come through and register. Again, you have
Put the registry information on the
yes,
page.
we will. Again,
Also to be posted on Neptune Straight Tech page.
and
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, we have people from all different walks of life and in the various industries speaking to the students. It's an all day. They get breakfast, they get lunch. This is going to be a great event. Again, the exposure to these young people at this age, letting them know
It's
what's out
huge.
there.
Right.
Yo, it's a
It's
thin line
phenomenal.
between that taking that right path and that wrong path,
Mhm.
and it's so it could be so quick and your life is over. So that's big. That's big. Get the information out there. Go ahead, Sean. Step in.
Well, that's a very important point that you made. It is a thin line. We ain't got to get into, but you and I, we go back, so
Yes, sir.
you know what it is.
Yes,
man.
sir.
But understand that it's never, ever, ever too late.
That's right. That's
Ever.
right. Don't ever give up.
Yeah, we have
Never.
such great
Words by.
folks in all of our organizations. The late John Lewis, good trouble, right? Kamala Harris sits in the White House. We could go on and on about folks who are connected to the Divine Nine, and too many to name, but nonetheless, the work they saw something in one of these organizations that say, you know what, I want to do that, I want to serve, and the difference that we're making in communities. So I want people to make note of that. And like I said, if there's any time that you would just want to come out and say, hey, Yoshi, you guys are doing this, come on out. We'd love to have all of you. You don't have to, say, hey, I want to pledge.
Yeah,
Maybe you
open
do.
arms.
Open arms, but we'll take you.
Yo, and look for the diversity picnic.
Yeah, because you heard it here, Dave.
And
and David Sweat.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Neptune Straight Talk.
Yeah. hell yeah.
Collaboration. That's a great
And the
collaboration.
blue, hell yeah.
Look,
do
we'll,
it.
we'll put it on the
Let's do
itinerary.
it. We
too,
can
right?
go
Yeah.
live at Shark River Park.
What? Say,
Shit, what?
you say.
I might have to pull up for that
Yo,
one.
you definitely
through.
will. Hell yeah, sit in.
Come through.
Sit in on the panel, brother.
We love it. We love it. We love it.
Yo, well, anything you guys want to say in closing? Any other events?
Anything else?
I just want to don't leave any stone unturned. I want to hit.
Well, no.
Even if we miss a stone, we'll get it on the neck.
Yeah,
It's not over.
Yeah,
This
no,
is
yeah,
this
yeah.
ain't the last
Ongoing
time we're going to
thing.
be talking to each other.
I appreciate it. Again, thank you so much. I'm always humble. Like I said, thank you to the PR team behind us here because
Kelly and Val.
Thank you so
they
much.
took incredible time. They were curious. They want to make sure.
And Janine.
Yeah,
And
Janine, shout out to
yes.
Janine. For making sure we had the best light possible and going into this, it's not easy because like I said, we want to make sure it's Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated.
That's right. Only one on paper that's affiliated. and that's right. I got to point that out.
Constitutionally bound
No,
with Phi Beta Sigma
Yeah, right.
Fraternity Incorporated. Yeah, those things are important. And when you don't know, when you're outside the organization, you're like, what? So thank you so much for taking great care with that information. So
I know it was close and dear to your heart. I could tell by the few times we communicated.
Yeah.
It's Black History Month, Dave. Let's do it. I was like, I'm down.
Why not? Right?
Yeah.
Why not?
Go ahead, Sean.
Hey, man. Thank you for the platform. It's
Yeah.
been an honor. And let me say this, man. I am proud of you.
Oh,
Yes,
You're about to get me all knotted up. Stop. Thank you, brother. I appreciate
Yes,
you, man.
sir. Appreciate you.
All right, man. So yeah, this what a great show.
Great show.
This is a feel good show.
Yeah.
But I appreciate all my co-hosts, my guest hosts, and my call-in brother from another mother, Mr. Sean
That's right.
Macon. That's my man.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. But
And I just want to say it's not easy, but there's a lot of like division thrown at us, but like bridging that gap is important, and getting together like this is stepping forward in the right direction.
you're
So.
damn right. You're damn right. That's what we need to do.
We got to keep moving forward.
That's right.
Indeed.
So until next time,
Next Wednesday, folks.
Kelly. Until next time.
Camera lady.
Technical difficulties. Until next time, I just want to give a shout out to my brother Sean Macon. Thank you for calling in, my brother. Thank you, Todd. Thank you,
Thank you, Nikki.
Yoshi.
Thank you,
Nikki.
Yoshi.
And this is Neptune Straight Talk signing off until next week. We will see you next Wednesday. Peace.
Peace.